Hello future engineers, here is a video in plane and solid geometry. These are solved problems and the problems are considered batch 1 problems. My intention of doing this video, creating this video, is for my subscribers, students, and those who will come across my channel to develop their thinking skills. Though I'm not claiming that I'm the best for this field, but anyway, you're assured more than enough minimum um, requirements or minimum standards for the mathematics problems in this video, and I solve problems, present problems, not the basic ones, especially for this slightly challenging ones. So here are the problems without further ado. The first one is compute the difference between the perimeters of a regular pentagon and regular hexagon if the area of which is 15 square units. There are so many formulas for the area of a regular pentagon. We have in terms of the radius of the circumscribing circle, in terms of the apothem, in terms of the side E, in terms of perimeter. So in terms of the perimeter, I want you to derive this. You look at the principles and the derivations of these formulas. So if you can derive the formula, then you can easily remember it. Even if you forget, as long as you know how to derive, it's just as simple as n times area of one isolated isosceles triangle. So in this case, area is NE square over 4 cotangent of 180 degrees over n as the area of the general regular polygon in terms of the edge so that we can compute the perimeter. N times E is the perimeter. So cotangent of 180 degrees over n. For pentagon, so 15 equals 5 times E sub P square over 4 cotangent of 180 degrees over 5. Solving for E sub P, it is equal to 2.953 units. Then for the hexagon, 15 equals 6 times E sub H square over 4 cotangent of 180 degrees over 6. Solving for E sub H is 2.403. So the difference in the perimeter is 5 times 2.953 minus 6 times 2.403. So the difference in perimeters is equal to 0.347 units. Problem 2. The lines TA and TB are tangent to a circle at points A and B. If angle T is 42 degrees and P is a point on the major arc, find angle APB. So remember that the tangents are perpendicular to the radius, and from there we have two identical right triangles. We're looking for angle APB, which I denoted theta in the figure. And this theta, by principle, this P here subtends this minor arc, and it is half the measure of this angle occupied by this minor arc, which is equal to these angles here. So since the line that divides 42 degrees forms will form two identical right triangles. So each of this angle, the measure of this is half of 42, 21 degrees. That's also 21 degrees. So the measure of this angle is 90 degrees minus 21 degrees. So 69 degrees, 69 degrees. And therefore, this theta here is half of 2 times 69 degrees. So theta is 69 degrees, obviously. Then to check this 42 degrees, the angle between the tangents is the 1/2 the difference of the subtended arcs. So this arc, APB, the major arc, uh, occupies this angle here, which is 360 degrees minus 2 times 69 degrees, and that is equal to 222 degrees. Therefore, 42 degrees is 1/2 the difference of 222 degrees and 2 times 69 degrees, if you want to check. And if you can remember the principle also. So that checks. Next problem. Find the area illuminated by a candle h meters from the surface of a globe r meters in radius. So to help analyze this situation, although that area illuminated is, we call that zone area, but let's have the figure to derive or to solve for or to compute for the zone area or the area illuminated. This is the shaded area as shown, and I'll call the height as h1. The zone area or area illuminated is equal to 2 pi r times h1. And we have similar triangles here. This triangle here, this triangle is, or this big right triangle is similar to this small triangle here. So by similar triangles, let's have the ratio opposite of theta as to the hypotenuse. For this big right triangle, opposite is r. The hypotenuse is from the center of the sphere to that point of the top surface is radius, then h. So that is r all over r plus h equals, this is r minus h1, if that is h1, as to r. So area illuminated, zone area 2 pi r h1. Then by similar triangles, r minus h1 as to r equals r as to quantity r plus h. So r minus h1 is r square over r plus h. So simplifying, h1 is equal to, factor out r times quantity 1 minus r over r plus h. And then we simplify this algebraically. R plus h minus r is h in the numerator, the denominator is r plus h. So h1 is r1 times quantity h over r plus h. Then we substitute it into this zone area formula. Area I, zone area is 2 pi r times r times quantity h over r plus h. So the illuminated area therefore is 2 pi r square h over r plus h. 2 pi r square h over r plus h. So that's it for that problem 3. Then we proceed to problem 4. A solid is formed so that every section perpendicular to the diameter AB is a circle. Point C is the midpoint of the semicircular arc ACB. AB is D equals the diameter. So let's express the volume in terms of the diameter. So by prismoidal formula, let's have the figure so that you can visualize the situation. This is the circle. Every section perpendicular to this edge AB or the diameter is a circle. The diameter of the semicircle ACB is D. Then at the center, the diameter of the midsection is D over 2 or the radius. Then the area at end sections 1 and 2, because these are just points, it would be zeros. So prismoidal formula for volume L over 6, quantity area 1 plus 4 times area of midsection plus area 2. Take note that you should be able to memorize this easily because the weight of the first term is 1, the weight of the middle term is 4, and the weight of the last term is also 1. So it's just like 6 over 6. So average area times length. That's the volume in general. So area 1, area 2, 0. Area of midsection pi over 4, diameter over 2 square. And L is diameter. So volume equals D over 6, quantity 0 plus 4 times pi over 4, D over 2, quantity square plus 0. So this would be D over 6 times pi D square over 4, and that is pi over 24 diameter cube. So that's it for this video.